Hi guys. Oh god, there's something in my eye. Okay, so from the title of this video, you guys already know I'm here to show you, just to go over with you what my vision book looks like. So a lot of you have heard of a vision board. You've heard of vision books maybe. Um, I like both of them, but right now I am working on more of a vision book so that I can have it with me on a day-to-day basis. Now, my vision book right now has to do with my business and things that I want to create for myself. Also planning and then marketing and then where I want myself to be. So one of the books that I have, I purchased this a while ago from Ross. Can be any book, nothing special. This one was $3.99, and I've had it for quite some time. I just never knew what to write in it, and I started writing my business plan in here. So one thing that you should kind of figure out when it comes to making your vision book or vision board, figure out the areas that you want to develop in your life so that you can kind of make a plan and put a vision to it. That's where your vision board comes in. Now, I also have a vision board that I'm working on, and I'm going to put that, I'm not sure. At first, I wanted to do it on my front door, so that it was really cute, the thought behind it. I wanted to do it on my front door, just paste all type of things on there, and the areas was basically going to be business, travel, family life, and health. Like those four areas I wanted to cover on my door. And then basically my slogan for it was walking into my destiny. So every time I walk through that door, I would get a sense of walking into my destiny. I took that away once I got this armoire, this jewelry organizer. I didn't put it on the door anymore because right now I'm going back and forth between having this in my room and on my front door, just because my workstation is right next to the front door. So instead of doing that, I actually have a board here that I'm working on, and it's going to cover the same areas as well. I'm just not sure where I want to place it when I'm finished, but it does have to be somewhere where it's very visible. I'm able to see it constantly. So it's going to be the same areas that I talked about. So business, travel, health, and I forgot what the other one was. So this part so far is my business part of the vision board. And I was thinking about putting it on my back wall. I have to take that shelf down, but I'm not sure yet. Either way, this is just a little bit of my vision book that I'm going to show you guys. And what I like about it is that it's portable. I can take it with me anywhere, and I get to add to it from day to day. And I also get to, when I'm having like a rough moment and I need to kind of reset my mind, I get to go through this book, read some things that I paste in there to center myself. And I think that's a very important thing to do when you're making a vision book. Set aside a couple pages of things that whenever you look at them, or words, pictures, whatever it might be, that will calm your spirit anytime that you're having a rough patch throughout your day. So that's very important to me. So the books that I've been using, the magazines, I'm not a person that really get magazines a lot. So I did ask quite a few people from work to bring in any magazines that they weren't using. And my manager brought... She brought me all these magazines, and I was able to go through them and clip out tons of pictures, mostly words, that I think would pertain to the things that I want to bring into my life. And the good thing about magazines, once you go through them once, I recommend that you keep them. Do not throw them away, because I promise you the next time you go through them and you're looking, just browsing, words and pictures and phrases are going to pop out to you that didn't pop out before, because on a day-to-day basis your mind change, your mindset change, and different things are attracted and they become more prominent and you see them more. So I've looked through all of these magazines maybe about once or twice already, and I guarantee you if I go back and look at them again in a week or so, I will see things that did not pop out at me before. So I always recommend, not throwing away your magazines once you're finished with them. Once you went through them once or twice, keep them, hold on to them for about a month, go through them again, and you will definitely see things that did not pop out at you before. So My business vision book that I have here, I was very lucky to find the book that I was going through. It had this a few pages in the book where it had something that says step one, and this was perfect for me. It has step one, two, three, and four. Step one said embrace your ambition. So this is the very first thing that I see when I open my book. And some of these I actually had for years. Like this, I don't know why I had this picture, but I had this picture for years when I was living back at home with my mom back in, I think I was like out of high school. So I clipped this picture way back when, and I don't know what it was about it that I liked, but I held on to it. And it's funny now because the stripes that are in this picture are actually the stripes that are on my website, but they're not vertical, they're horizontal. So as you clip things and you hold on to them, once you find your passion in life or anything that you're doing, you're going to notice that things along the way start to come together. Um, a lot of, I'm trying to find the best way to say this, a lot of the pieces to the bigger picture, it's already in your life, but you won't know this until you start doing things, and then these pieces of the puzzles, they start to come together. So I thought this was very weird and very funny, that I've had this image for years, and it actually ended up being the background to the website that I now have. So some of the words that I have on here, this is my very big thing to embrace your ambition. It says dream, deliver, discover. Creative minds have a passion, and that's very important, making sure that your passion is what you do on a day-to-day basis. Evolving, that's something that we need to do every day, constantly evolving and learning and changing. Live artfully, your craft, your art, your craft. I love the fact that I was able to find so many words that had to do with craft and art and basically things that I want to happen to myself, as I go on this business journey. So from there, I went into another page that I felt kind of described who I am and things that would make me feel more comfortable and things that would embody what I would say if somebody were to ask me, describe yourself. So here it has basically what I would tell anybody when it comes to starting a business. It's all about taking a leap of faith. You know, taking a leap of faith is the very first step. And up here, everything you do, take a leap of faith. Ooh, finally the AC went off. This is another one that I've had for years. I can't remember when I clipped this, but it says, once you get on the roll, you just go. You don't stop for lunch. You don't stop for red lights. You just basically keep going. And that's what I tell people whenever they start reading The Secret and they kind of get on a roll. Once you get on that roll, do not stop, because it's amazing all the things that you're going to keep attracting as you go. So I'm not going to go through all this, but you guys kind of get the idea of what's going on here. I'm sorry it's so bright. This page, I like this page also because it's more so about quotes. And this is one, I love this because it says here, they see the problems, you see the potential. And I see myself as a problem solver. A lot of people, they always point out the problems, but they don't come up with solutions. And that's one thing that drives me crazy. People always want to point out what the problems are. We know what the problems are, but we're not going to get them fixed if we don't know how to fix them. So instead of always coming to me and telling me this is the problem that I'm having, okay, what's your solution to fix it? And that's something that I would always embody when I was a supervisor or manager. Like, don't just come to me with the problems. Let me know what your solutions are, and let's get them in place so we can fix the problems, Another one right here, there's not a right or wrong. When it comes to doing anything, there's no right, there's no wrong. Because rules are meant to be broken. Anytime you have a rule out there, that rule can be broken because maybe it needs to be changed. It doesn't have to be that way, So I love the fact that I was able to find this because there's no right or wrong way to do it. When it comes to starting a business, there's no right or wrong way. There's no perfect time to start a business. You'll never feel like you're 100%. And that's what holds a lot of people back. All right, so that was step one. And I told you, like, when I found these, I was so excited about it. This one says step two, network like crazy. So I was able to find a lot of words in various magazines that kind of talk about networking. So when you're networking, you want to keep in touch with people. You always want to ask. There's a saying that said you get 100% of what you don't ask for. I think that's how it goes. If you guys know how that quote goes below, write it down below. But I'm pretty sure it says you get 100% of what you don't ask for. And we don't get what we want because we're afraid to ask. And I was today on my Instagram, I was going through and I was reaching out to various salon owners and various lock stylists, basically trying, networking with them and trying to do business. And this one person I reached out to, actually, no, I didn't reach out to this person. I was texting her about this ongoing conversation that we were having. And she is like, she's a well-off hairstylist. I mean, girlfriend has like over 61,000 followers on Instagram. And we were going back and forth. And she's like, wow, like, look at you out there grinding. Like, I would never, and this is what she said. She was like, I would never inbox people because I'm afraid that, I was always thinking they would never respond. And that quote popped into my head. You get 100% of what you don't ask for. And if I'm saying it wrong, again, put the correct quote below. But I was like that too, but I started thinking about it. Every time that you don't ask, that's a missed opportunity. When you do ask, you have that 50-50 chance. So either it's a yes or it's a no, but you never know. And that person might be thinking the same thing. They probably want to reach out to you, but they probably think that you don't want to, that you wouldn't respond. So if we have two people thinking the exact same thing and nobody's willing to take the initiative, then where will they ever meet? So I'm all about asking. I'm trying to become a master asker, and that's what the Aladdin Factor talks about. But you will always get 100% of what you don't ask for. And I'm going to feel like an idiot if I'm saying that wrong all these times. So a little bit more about my networking like crazy. So for me, I want it to be an uphill, I wouldn't say battle, but I want it to be uphill. So everything, can somebody say something? I want to see how this looks in this chat forum. I see quite a few people in here, but you guys are super quiet tonight. So I don't want it to be a struggle, but I want networking to go uphill from here. Free tips and techniques. So reaching out to people, them offering you advice as to how, hi, see, there we go. All right, let me turn this fan off because now I'm starting to get hot. Hold on one second. Whew. And that's how you guys ever notice, like, as soon as I get into my conversations and my topics, I start getting hot and I have to turn the fan on. So that's where I am now. Oh, that feels good. So free tips and techniques, anything that can help another person, anything that can help me avoid some of the struggles that business owners go through, I want to welcome that into my life. So I also want my, my product to be objects of desire. So things that would basically tie into your vision, little words, little phrases, and most of the time you won't find them in a complete phrase, so you get to kind of mess around and cut certain words out and paste them back together. And you might look like one of those serial killers, like those serial killer notes that you would see on Law and Order back in the day, where they would cut out all these newspaper clippings and paste them back together like ransom notes. It might look like that at first, but it's okay. Now let me show you guys. I'm getting out of breath. Let me show you guys my most favorite page so far. So step 3, and I can't stop saying how happy I am that I found these little clip-ins, step 1, step 2, step 3. Step 3 is the hustle, okay? So the hustle, the hustle, the hustle. This is my favorite page of all, and I'll tell you why. Now, this right here, another place you can find clip-ins too. Some of your mail that come in, that junk mail that comes in, a lot of the times they put some catchy behind phrases on there to attract your attention. And I've been holding on to some of them here and there because some of these phrases are like absolutely awesome, and it makes you can incorporate it into your business or whatever it is that you're trying to do. So this was actually a piece of paper that was attached to like some kind of a loan you know how they send loan offers to your house saying, hey, you've been approved for $30,000 or $40,000. And I'll show you that a little bit later. You going to bed? You going to bed, sir? Huh? Okay. So this one says, the only reason, can you guys see that? The only reason to make goals is to reach them. And I love that because, who is this? Instagram. Hello, thank you. Great. I will definitely take a look, and you're absolutely right. I have no idea what this person is talking about. Is this your vision book for your business? Yes, this is my vision book for my business. It's my business plan. I have my, like, a little bit of my business plan in here, and I said, you know what? I might as well, along with the things that I want to do on a day-to-day basis to get this LLC off the ground, back it up. I might as well make this a place that when I open this book, I don't feel so much like I'm tasking. I feel empowered. I feel excited about it. It takes me to a happy place. So that's where I got the idea for a vision book. And this is just basically my vision book for my business. But I have countless pages, so the possibilities are endless. Now back to this being my favorite page. It talks about getting up and going, and when you're hustling, you have to be fearless. Like, you can't let the fear of people saying no, the fear of feeling that you might look stupid, the fear of failure, you can't let those fears make you not want to go after your dreams. So you have to push that aside and just keep going. What's the worst that can happen? Somebody says no, you move on to the next person. And that's what I'm trying to do. Like, my thing is, I want to reach out to at least 10 stylists or locticians on a daily basis. And if they respond, great. If they don't, oh well, I'll keep moving on. But that's the only way you can get yourself out there. And I'm noticing that it's such a small world. Like, the people that you find out there, like, it's such a small world. And it's not a bad thing. Once you get yourself out there, it becomes like a trickle effect. Like, one person sees that, oh, this person is on to her, and then they start latching on. So you have to prepare yourself. Okay, so this is my favorite part of the page. So I put a whole bunch of figures on this page. As you can see, it says 20,000. It says your profit. So on top, I keep saying profit, 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 because in a business, you can make this money, but is it profit, or is it money that's going back into the business that you already spent? So I was very careful in my selection as far as what I want these figures to mean. So I wanted this page to represent sales that I'm going to make, and then on top of it, money that I'm going to have in the bank as profits. So what I want to do with this page also, as I accomplish these sales, I want to start highlighting some of these numbers. And I haven't been paying attention to it too much as of recently, but when I first put it on there, I had a sale that actually, a few days later, I had a sale that was $59, and I was excited because I went in. I don't think you guys can see that that's highlighted, but I highlighted that, and to me that signifies that I accomplished that. So I want to keep doing that. Anytime I reach one of these numbers, I want to highlight it, because it'll make me look back and think like, wow, I remember when I wanted to make a $59 sale. I remember when I wanted to make a $99 sale, $100 sale. And these numbers are crazy. Like, they're easy to come by, because I got a lot of them out of grocery store papers, sales car papers. Those are the easiest ones, because, like, you know, you've seen these numbers before when it came to cars, like $1,398, like $1,399. Like, you've seen these numbers before. You just have to be creative. So I put all these on here. I kept saying it over and over and over again. Profits, 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 purchases. Like this one right here says $250 purchase. And this is my favorite page so far. Right after that, I extended it a little bit more, because I want this to be what's going to be in my wallet. So again, I put smart budget here, but I don't have too much more as yet to go on that page. You guys can't really see it. But across here it says the very top. Let's see. Gen C say, I absolutely love the whole idea. I'm working on getting a mobile tutorial business off the ground, and a vision book would definitely be motivating. It would. Like, I would suggest to anybody, having a vision book would be an awesome thing to have. You can keep it on your person at all times, and even if you have one at home, whatever is comfortable for you. When I first heard about a vision board, I wasn't comfortable putting it up because I'm kind of a private person and I don't like all my stuff to be out there. So I believe I was either living at home or had my first apartment. But at the time, my boyfriend, he wasn't living with me, but he would come and stay with me. And I didn't feel comfortable with him seeing this stuff because I didn't want anybody to judge. You know, I really didn't want anybody to, ooh, look, see, I just looked at this. I looked at this book before, right? I'm pretty sure I went through this book before. And I'm sitting here and I looked at it and right on the front, get it done. Now that's something that I would go cut it out. I would cut that out because that's what you need to do when it comes down to the hustle, get it done. I'm going to sit this on the side. And I just wanted to point that out to you guys because, like I said, these things will pop out to you at different times because your focus change, the things that you think about change, and then what is open to your law of attraction, the things that you want to attract, that also changes. But a vision book is a very, very good way to go. It's easy. You can walk with it. It's private. So if you're worried about people seeing your stuff, like if I had my vision board on this wall, or any wall in my personal space, anyone that comes into my home would be able to see that. And if you're not comfortable with that, it can be, you know, a little bit, I wouldn't say intimidating, but it can be a factor that kind of deters you from making one. So if you're a private person, you don't have your own space right now, you have a roommate, you live at home with your mom, or you have someone that you're not comfortable sharing these thoughts with, you can do a vision book. So I love it. I love the fact that I'm comfortable doing it both ways, but I also love the fact that I can take this with me in just about anywhere and continue to build on it. So if I'm out at a restaurant or anything, or I see like a clip-in, a fortune cookie or anything like that, I just take it at that point, and sometimes I'll just slip it in my book. I'm talking about slipping it in my book. Look at all this stuff right here that I slipped in my book because I found it at some point or clipped it, and I just need to, that just fell. I just need to go back and start adding it into my book. And sometimes you'll just find like pretty pictures that have, you know, nothing that really stands out as far as words, but the image itself is something that kind of attracts you to it, and it'll just be like a happy page. So you'll figure it out. Just go out, get yourself a book. This book, again, I got from Ross for $3.99. And make it something that's comfortable, something that excites you, so that you're constantly motivated to want to go to that book. And just build upon it. It can be anything that you want it to be. It could be a business book. It could be relationship. It could be family. It could be health, wealth, travel. That's the next step that I'm working on right now, travel. So I'm going to get into that portion of my vision board next. And I'll share that with you guys once I get it up and going and figure out where exactly I want to put it. I'm thinking about putting it above my bed, but I want it to be in a place where if I'm laying down, I can see it. Ceiling, maybe. I don't know. We'll figure it out. All right, guys. I'm starting to get sweaty behind my knees. I'm starting to get sweat behind my knees. It's so hot in here. All right, I'm going to wrap this video up. I hope you guys enjoyed the conversation. Let me know what you guys think about the idea of a vision book. And if you make a vision book, what would you have this vision book? What areas of your life would you put in this vision book? I would love to know. And then also tell me some of your ideas as far as making a vision book. Do you have anything else? Because what I came up with besides the vision book is that door. doing it on my door so I can kind of walk into my destiny. Tell me anything else that you guys have as far as ideas for vision books or vision boards or vision walls, because I would love to share that with my other viewers. I hope you guys have a great night or morning or whatever it is when you watch this video, but I am going to go to bed. So I will say good night to Gen C. Thank you for tuning in. A Million Shades of Me. Thank you for tuning in and saying hi also. Those were the only two people that were able to speak during this whole conversation. I know we have people that talk, and then we also have people that are just here to listen, but I appreciate you all for tuning in. Thank you so much. Have a great night, and remember, if the message matters, share it with someone you love. Bye.